Ladies and gentlemen, this is a YouTube show in which you are brought Slot Machine Sunday, Money Cards Monday, Tic Tac Tuesday, Whammy Mania Wednesday, Thundercracker Thursday, and Flinging Dice Friday and Saturday Superstarcade. Also, wrestling news from Raw, NXT 2.0, AEW Dynamite, NXT UK, Impact Wrestling, SmackDown and 205 Live, and AEW Rampage, and special episodes from Road and Up, Cyber Swaggin', and the philosophies of Lee McLeese. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube show of fun, of knowledge, strategy, luck and daring, and mental shenanigans. This is WEML-TV Channel 77. And now here's the host of the show, live from New Bedford, Massachusetts. It is none other than Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, for that wonderful, lovely intro. Hello, everyone. This is your friendly neighborhood bumbling bofa raver. And the five-time Bumbling Bozos Bozy Awards nominee for 2021, Eric Lima, coming at you in another episode from WEML-TV, Channel 77, the channel and show that could be a nominee for a Bozy Award this year. But, however, just enjoy the show at the moment. And it's at episode 1002. That's why I'm going to keep on going, because until May, and I'll tell you why May. I'm not going to get into a whole detail. I'm going to give you a little clue. A movement is happening. Not a religious or political or even a cult movement. No. It's a special movement. A movement unlike any other. This is probably the most unique movement that I've gotten myself involved into. A lot of plans are happening in May, because I don't want to give away all details. I want this to be a surprise to all of you good folks out there. That's right. This is a movement that I'm excited about. You know, let's just say this movement could change the face of how I present my YouTube channel and videos in the future. This movement, like I said, it's not political, not cult-like, not religious. It's an emotional movement. All right, it's an emotional for me, an emotional for my family. It's a positive movement that would go travel in a positive light. You know what I mean? I cannot tell you what that is, because I want to guard against everybody and anybody who has this negative attitude towards me and my family. All I know is a lot of changes been happening over the last year or so that has affected these changes, and that it's affected me too. But sometimes what is meant for evil, God turns it into good. So this good thing that is coming out of it is going to, let's just say for all intents and purposes, that it will be a brand new version of WEML like you kind of never seen before, because I would still bring in the same format, but it's going to be a little different than your usual. I'm just excited about it. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, it'll be good for the show. It'll not only be good for me personally and emotionally, but I personally think that this will be a good thing for the show. I'm excited, though. It's an exciting thing. It's a good thing. But like I said, I want to keep this under wraps for now, okay? And I want to surprise you guys, okay? When the time is right, I will tell you. All right? I will tell you when the time is right, all right? You're going to have to be patient with me. I don't want anybody asking me any questions about this. You're going to have to be patient. Don't worry about a thing. I got this. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, it's not anything negative or am I quitting YouTube? Nah, not really. Unless I need to change things or start up a new channel or something like that. I was thinking of that way, because possibly let's just say that sometimes when you start something new, sometimes you want to do it with a clean slate. So a lot of things, a lot of options have been running through my head at the moment. A lot of great options. But for right now, let's focus on today. Let's focus. Let's focus on my current format. We're over 1,000 episodes. I want to thank everybody for the support, and I'd like to continue on with the support. Like I said, the spring and summer this year could affect, is going to really raise my raise the good positivity for my channel, for my YouTube channel. I'm excited about it. Totally excited. Totally cool. And like I said, with the Capcom Fighting Collection coming in June 24th of this year, I'm excited. I'm hyped up, dude. I'm totally hyped up to the point where people are going to look at me and go, in fact, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Let's just say that. Say that as much. There will come a time where I may have to take a break from the internet for this to work, though. In May. I may have to take a break from rant and rave, or take a break from coming on people's streams, live chats. That way, so I can make this change, this movement happen. That way, when I come back, everything would be totally cool, to the point where you're gonna, people like you, they're gonna say, "Wow, you've really cleaned up. You've really improved yourself." It's an improvement of movement. The movement improvement. That's what's gonna go. The movement of personal improvement. The MPI. There you go. That's what's gonna be for the spring and summer. The movement of personal improvement. I'm excited about this. This is huge. Just be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Let's just say that. All right? I figured like I said, there's a lot of things changing, and I'm just so excited, but I don't want to reveal too much. You know what I mean? It was difficult. I don't want to hide anything, but still, I want to keep this a surprise. And you guys are going to like it. Trust me, You're going to say, how did this all come about? And I will gladly tell you the story when it's right. But for right now, let's focus on the show, shall we? I've taken up too much time to talk about this movement of personal improvement, the MPI. The MPI. There you go. All right. Let's talk about SmackDown Level Up, shall we, from last night. For the Elimination Chamber fallout from the SmackDown side of things, from the day of the worst winter storm here in Massachusetts. Man, I'll tell you. 8 hours worth of shoveling freaking snow, which is covered by slush, ice, wet rain, blah, blah, blah. It was a pain in the butt, let me tell you. I came home, my legs were hurting from all that walking around for the majority of those 8 hours. Not only that, actually 7.5 hours. I took two 15-minute breaks, for goodness sakes. And I gotta tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm like, I came home, my back was hurting. I chatted to one of my coworkers about it. I'm like, man, my back was hurting and all that. What happened was I put him under stress. I thought I was going too slow. And he apologized to me. So Noah, if you're watching this, but I know you and I talked when you did apologize. Listen, I told him, hey, listen, this is what my Jim gave me some advice about shoveling snow. He understood. So we're cool. It's just, sometimes, people get stressed and all that. We want to get out at work. Hey, listen, I've been there before, my friends. Trust me. All right. SmackDown Level Up for February 25th, 2022. This is the last Saturday of February. Oh, my gosh. Last day of February is this freaking Monday. Holy cow. We're going to March. Guess what? Next Sunday's my birthday. 45. Holy crap. Okay. I'm a little hyped up. Because it's not a weekend. The weekend's mine. All right. Michael Cole was in the ring interviewing Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was talking to Michael Cole. Then Charlotte flipped. And Ronda Rousey asked why she was doing this, and she took some time off. And she goes, she broke one hand, she broke her other hand, and she gave birth to her daughter. She just wants to do this for her daughter. Really cool. Ronda Rousey, a cool mom. Charlotte Flair interrupts the interview. Starts talking trash. Sonya Deville attacks Rousey from behind. And then Ronda Rousey stood up on her feet, and she's not too happy. I'm like, you make Ronda Rousey mad, so she's going to beat your arm off and make you eat it like a hot dog. Anyways, Kofi Kingston and Big E and the New Day decided to ride on an ATV, a.k.a. Stone Cold, a la Stone Cold Steve Austin, but there would be a nice greeting to people, greeting the backstage folks. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Hey, as they were preparing for that match against the Latin Lovers, Los Latarios. That would be Angel Garza and that Ricky Martin wannabe, I almost said Brandon Martin. Holy crap! Sorry, Brandon. I meant to say, and that Ricky Martin wannabe Humberto Carrillo. Okay. They should have joined Legado del Fantasma instead of Joaquin Wilder. They should have kept Raul Mendoza, have a 4 horseman like stable, and have Elektra Lopez be their manager or something like that. More on Elektra Lopez. She's pretty hot. Anyways, Los Latarios. But before the matchup, though, Adam Pearce was scolding Sonya Deville for what she did. So he goes, and he's been down calling the shots. I'm like, good, finally, somebody getting that Sonya. And he goes, well, next week you're facing Ronda Rousey. Now, Sonya Deville is a mixed martial artist herself. So this is going to be an interesting matchup, but not like the caliber of Rowdy Ronda Rousey. All right, so there's that. Los Latarios took on the New Day. Heck of a matchup it was. It's the third time they're facing each other. I think it's going to be a tag team rivalry between the New Days, Kofi Kingston and Big E, versus Los Latarios, who took a kiss cam and to a young lady that was obviously a plant, but a little bit more information on the plant on the next episode when I talk about AEW Rampage, and I will tell you the significance of that individual lady they kissed. Just, you got to see this. I just found it on Twitter last night. I'm like, holy crap. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, the Usos were standing by before the commercial break, and they were talking to Sam Roberts? The heck is that bald-headed goofball dwarf stooge Stan Roberts doing there? Where's the lovely Kayla Braxton? I like Kayla Braxton. Oh, she's a hottie, let me tell you. Anyways, Sheamus and Ridge Holland confront the New Day as New Day was running around enjoying their victory on their ATV. And they blew by, knocking the hats off Ridge and Sheamus. Ridge and Holland and Sheamus. Look like Ridge and Holland and Sheamus got back on the same page after Sheamus' loss. So it seems like a new feud would be Ridge, Holland, and Sheamus. Them two boys, I'll tell you what. By the way, the WWE let Cesaro go. They couldn't agree with a new contract, so Cesaro's left the WWE. Rumor has he may go to AEW. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up there. That will be something. I wonder if he's going by his real name, Claudio Castagnoli. We'll find out there. His wife, Sarah Amato's still working there as the women's coach, so I don't know if she'll be following suit. We'll find out. Sam Roberts decided to interview the Usos. As the Usos were talking, Viking Raiders attacked the Usos. They want a tag team title shot. They're getting it next week. Next week's going to be a lot of fun. And Megan Morant, who's still there, interviewed Xia Li, who was facing Natalya. Now, I tweeted this, that Natalya's hard family submission style, excuse me, and Xia Li's martial arts style would be the makings of a great matchup. Xia Li and Natalya. Natalya got the upper hand. She did her father's discus clothesline. In the end, Xia Li hit a kick. She pinned Natalya. Big victory for Xia Li. And, in fact, some of the people, Drew Gulak, who Pat McAfee's excited about for some reason, which is cool, Mansoor, Aaliyah, and Shayna Baszler were watching this matchup from backstage. And Sami Zayn, the new Intercontinental Champion from last week, defeating Shinsuke Nakamura, was celebrating. He was gloating about the victory. And he decided to issue an open challenge to anybody. Anybody. He'll defend the title against anybody, even though he would gladly give Shinsuke Nakamura a rematch. God respect Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn dressed in that crazy tuxedo he had. And, he looked like a bearded psycho Ronald McDonald. You know what I mean? Or, remember Junior Healy from Problem Child? It's like Junior Healy all grown up and looking like, and all grown up, and Ronald McDonald had a kid. There's Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn's running his mouth, Then Johnny Knoxville comes out, and because there was a rumor that they may end up having a title match between Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. And Johnny Knoxville win the title. A lot of people don't like that idea. That's understandable, because, you're talking about David Arquette back in, 2000, when Arquette became the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, thus being the first celebrity to capture a wrestling title. That's another first. So if Johnny Knoxville wins the Intercontinental title, he'd be the first celebrity to capture that prestigious championship. Hold on just a second. Man, the pains of being a New Englander, let me tell you. If I had a chance to go to Florida, I would have gone, but I couldn't afford it. What the heck? Anyways, so Knoxville challenges Zayn. Zayn attacks Knoxville with two haluva kicks, and so anyways, after the commercial break, Adam Pearce ticked off at Sami Zayn for what he did, and then all of a sudden Ricochet comes up. Hey, you know something? I want a shot at the Intercontinental title. I want to challenge him. And so Adam Pearce says, let's make it official then. So next week, Sami Zayn, not only there's 2 title matches on SmackDown, not only a huge matchup between Ronda Rousey and Sonya Deville. I think this is Ronda Rousey's in-ring debut for SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be Ronda Rousey versus with Sonya Deville. The tag team titles, Usos versus Viking Raiders. And if the Viking Raiders win the belts, I think they'll be the second or third team to accomplish this, becoming the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT tag team titles. As you know, FTR, now known as the Revival, pulled it off. Street Profits pulled it off. Viking Raiders could be next in line to do so. Anyways, but now the Intercontinental title will be online next week. Now this could put a monkey wrench in the plans. If they decided, if a lot of people are upset about possibility Johnny Knoxville being the Intercontinental champion, maybe Ricochet winning the title could get that heat off the WWE. I like to see Ricochet win the Intercontinental title. Maybe Johnny Knoxville will cost Sami Zayn the Intercontinental title just to get that match going between him and Johnny Knoxville. I would not be surprised if that even happens. So I'm hoping that next week Ricochet becomes the new Intercontinental champion and defend the title. Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura would not be a bad match. So Sasha Banks went one-on-one with Shotzi. My condolences and prayers go out to Shotzi. She lost her father. I think it was a month ago or something like that. So my prayers and condolences go out to her and her family. Sasha Banks did beat Shotzi, which I think, it was kind of awful because what Shotzi went through. And, she could say that she's emotionally been out of it and probably couldn't muster up the, because you talk about Sasha Banks being one of the best and everything else. Naomi was color commentating on the match for some reason, and then she came to the ring and decided that, and she said, hey, we're back together as Team Bad, and you're looking at the next WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So Queen Zelina and Carmella are going to have a challenge on their hands. I need to know to make this great team complete. Have Melina comes back as the manager of Sasha Banks and Naomi. That'd be a really cool idea. Having Melina mentor these 2 young ladies and help them beat Queen Zelina and Carmella for the Women's Tag Team Championships. I'm sure Melina probably would love to jump at the chance. I tweeted that, and one person liked it. I don't know who liked it, but it'd be really cool. People want to see Melina versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. We saw Charlotte Flair versus Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch versus Lita. I say Sasha against Melina. I love that idea. Let's get it done. Somehow. If you couldn't have it at WrestleMania, do it on SummerSlam. Big pay-per-view. Or next week, next year WrestleMania. It's going to be in L.A. Melina's hometown. Boom. There you go. I love to see it. Anyway, so Megan Moran interviewed Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin about what happened in the Elimination Chamber. Madcap Moss, my hat goes out to him. And they were supposed to have a match, Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin, but Madcap Moss took him on. And in the end, and then both men attacked McIntyre. Moss took Corbin's place, but Drew McIntyre won that match, but Corbin and Moss did not land on his head again. And Megan Moran once again interviewed Ronda Rousey about what happened, and she goes, I'll show you what happens when authority figures step out of line, in case Sonya Deville. Paul Heyman and the Bloodline made their way to the ring, title unification. It's going to be a title unification match, contract signed, and Brock Lesnar comes out and said, hey, there he is, and there's Dick, and I'm referring to. Paul Heyman says something that I think is totally absurd. He said he conquered the Undertaker's WrestleMania winning streak. Brock Lesnar did that. Why I'll give Brock Lesnar a little credit. Brock Lesnar did that in the ring. He did nothing but stand at ringside going, oh my God. Because if you stepped in the ring with the Undertaker, Mr. Heyman, the Undertaker would have whoop, boom, choke slam, and he would have been 21-0 instead of 21-1. Paul Heyman, he's out. His mind's out to lunch, son. Anyways, so he beats up security guys, and one security guy's like punching Brock Lesnar to a chair at him. Whap him as the Bloodline escapes. I'm like, yeah, never tick off freaking Brock Lesnar, folks. And the match has been signed unless Brock Lesnar, he said, they said, you defend the title March 5th. That's the day before my birthday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know? We'll see what happens. Anyways, let's talk about Level Up. Xyon Quinn took on James Drake, and thanks to shenanigans by the Grizzled Young Veterans, James Drake beat Xyon Quinn. If I was Xyon Quinn, I would be full of P&V right now. This is Level Up, by the way. And Xyon Quinn did take it out on Zach Gibson. Soon to be! Shut up! Soon to be get beat up by Xyon Quinn. Liverpool's #1, soon to be. Shut up! I would tell Zach Gibson, shut up. Well, the lovely Sarray from the land of the rising sun, the warrior of the sun from Japan, took on the lethal La Madrina herself. Elektra Lopez wearing the hat, paying tribute to The Undertaker. Elektra Lopez got the size and strength advantage over Sarray. Elektra Lopez did win the matchup. I'll tell you what, between Elektra Lopez and Nikita Lyons, her lord. The only difference is Elektra Lopez is married. In real life, Nikita Lyons is not. So I'm leaning towards more Nikita Lyons than Elektra Lopez. Unless something happens in the marriage, Nikita Lyons it is. Anywho, Joe Gacy and Harland took on Jacket Time. That's right. It looks like Japan's Finest was part of Level Up. Jacket Time, it would be Kushida and Ikiminjuro. But Gacy and Harland, I looked at Joe Gacy. I look at Harland. I said, Harland looks like if The Undertaker and Nails had a kid. Because Harland had that same look like The Undertaker. And he's like psychotic like Nails is. Well, he doesn't talk like this, boss man. Anyways, so that's all the time we have on the show, episode 1002 of WEML-TV Channel 77, where I completed I'm putting this thing away. And here you go, Mr. Fox. Eat it. Yum, 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 yum. That is good for me. All right. Of SmackDown and Level Up of February 25th, 2022. Today's February 26th, 2022. I'm Eric Lima of WEML-TV Channel 77 saying, peace, love, and God's blessings from heaven above through me to you. I will see you in the next episode 1003 when I talk about AEW Rampage. A lot has gone on, but I'll talk about it on the next episode. Okay, I'll see you later. Have a good, wonderful day.